Emotions is a topic that I find very interesting because you can get very deep into it. And today's video, I just want to talk about emotions and the benefits of emotions, and also, but overall, just don't let emotions control you. You need to master your emotions, be in full control of your emotions. Otherwise, the things that you think you should be doing may not actually be the things you need to be doing and you should be doing because you're acting off that emotion. And I'm not saying don't be emotional or sensitive, or don't you don't have to become like this cold person. I feel like I've sort of, to a degree, I've got to that point, and maybe I've sort of fucked it for myself. Because let me just keep it real. I'm not saying this to get any sympathy or nothing like that, but I don't really feel any sort of emotion, to be honest. Like emotions at all. Like, I don't get angry. I don't really get sad. I don't ever feel overly happy, or joyful. There's moments where I feel, some emotions, but I'm talking like on a day-to-day basis, and in like most things, like I'm just like level-headed, I guess. Like nothing really gets me too excited, and there's definitely pros and cons to that. But let me just talk about like emotions overall. And in most situations, emotions, they don't help. Like when something bad happens, of course cry. Let's like not take this like too deep, because when you're family members or whatever. But in day-to-day life, most things, they don't require you to lose your head and start getting very upset or overly angry, because to most things there's a solution, a logical solution, that if you can just use your head and keep very smart about it, you can sort the problem out. And like when it comes to making decisions, I don't think you should make a decision when you're overly happy, or you're the complete opposite. You're very like upset and emotional and sad, because when that you come off of that high, I guess, of feeling that emotion, that's when you're gonna think, okay, like, am I cooked, or have I made the right decision? Is it right? Was it fair? Because you can make a promise to somebody that you don't really intend on keeping, but in the moment you're very happy, you're just caught up in the moment, and then it gets to the point you're like, shit, I shouldn't have done that. I'm not able to keep that promise. And then that can cause problems. But emotions, they don't serve like a massive benefit when it comes to decision making, because your emotions could lie to you. Like when things aren't going right, you're down. Like you're telling yourself, oh yeah, I should quit. None of this is worth it. It's not working. That's just your emotions. There's no logic behind why you should be quitting, other than, oh yeah, I'm not getting results. That ain't a good enough reason to be quitting. I'm not gonna lie. And then your emotions should also lie to you and just say like, oh yeah, like you're doing better than what you actually are. Like if you think about people when they're going to the gym, they're like, oh yeah, I went to the gym twice this week, but like I had, I got caught up at work, or I was tired, I was working really hard at my 9 to 5, and I come home and I had a few other things, but yeah, like I done well this week, I done well. But through the whole week you were just lying, you were just making excuses, you were just lying to yourself. But you feel that sense of pride that, oh yeah, I went to the gym 2 times a week, when in reality you were just slacking. But I guess it's gonna sound crazy, but you're too on the happy side. And you need to be just calm. That's how I try to live. I'm just very calm. Like I go through shit at work where I see other people, they start losing their head, but to me it's like, okay, is it ideal? Nah, it's not. Is it annoying? Yeah, it's pissed me off a bit, but I'm not gonna let that disappointment and the anger and the sadness consume me, because regardless, you've got to do the work. And that's how you need to see it. Like it's such a simple way of like thinking. And I honestly, I didn't see this anywhere. It's probably been spoken about before, but this is how I see it. When it comes to your job, your 9 to 5, a lot of people will talk shit about it, say, oh yeah, that's shit, oh yeah, my 9 to 5 is shit, I hate my 9 to 5, it's so bad. And then you go in, you're in a bad mood, and you never really get out of that bad mood. Regardless of how you feel, you've got to go to work, whether you like it or not. Like, if you're really happy, you still got to go to work. If you're really sad, you still got to go to work. So like, why don't you just try and be happy? Why don't you just try and make the active, effort just to enjoy it and just take it for what it is? And that's how I go about my life and a lot of things. But with me and sort of how I feel and how I deal with my emotions, I some of you may know this, some of you may not, but I got into deep into these side hustles, online sales, and it was sort of like a thing, and it goes for life as well. Like, never celebrate too early, because someone could say they're going to be paying you the money. They could say, I promise, yeah, tomorrow, yeah, oh nah, someone couple day, oh yeah, no, the next day, oh yeah, I'll do it by the end of the week. And the money never ends up coming. So at the start, I remember one thing, I thought this guy was paying, he was saying he was paying, and then the transaction just fell through, and like, he didn't know how to sort it, and then he backed out. And then in that moment, I was like, yeah, like, let's fucking go. I was texting all my boys, like, yeah, like, I just secured this deal, I just closed my first ever client, and then, like, he didn't end up paying. And that's when they said, oh yeah, never celebrate too early. And then I just ended up taking that to the next level. Then I was like, okay, like, I don't know what the fuck went on, but it just got to the point where I just wouldn't get happy at all. Like, I wouldn't celebrate anything, because like, okay, like, don't celebrate too early. And by the time the money's coming, like, all that, there's always just the next thing to do, isn't there? There's always something else. You do one thing, you accomplish it, and then it's the next thing, the next thing. Like, I was always busy with either my 9 to 5 or the side hustle I was doing. There's always something that I had to do. And then, yeah, honestly, I just got to the point where I don't get happy about anything. I don't get overly sad about anything. It's just, I don't know, I'm just living, I do what I got to do. And that's, yeah, a little bit about myself, I guess. And it's weird, like, it has its benefits for sure. Like, for sure, because, like, shit could be going wrong, and I'm just unbothered. Like, I'll be a bit, like, pissed off, like, fuck's sake. But I'm just telling myself, like, don't get angry, don't get mad. Otherwise, the law of attraction, more shit's gonna start going wrong. And, yeah, like, it's something that I wish that I could feel, I could feel something. But I've had it for, honestly, like a year and a half, 2 years, I'd say. But yeah, I'm waffling now. But yeah, like, don't let your emotions control you. Just be in charge of your emotions. Sort of, just be stoic, be calm, calculated. Don't act out of emotion, because you'll do shit when you're angry or when you're happy, then you end up regretting it. I see it happen all the time. But yeah, that is the video today, the message of today. Just master your emotions and don't let your emotions consume you, because sometimes your emotions are actually lying to you. They're not actually telling you the truth.